Hi, I am Sunil Dutt, present here to deliver a lecture on chemical reaction and equation. You have learned about the physical and chemical change in your previous classes. We are familiar with the change which occur around us in our daily life. For example, burning of candle, melting of wax, ripening of fruit, digestion of food, fragmentation of grapes, etc. These are the examples in which some are physical and some are chemical. Chemical change occurred here. In a physical change, no new substance is formed. Where in a chemical change, a new substance is formed, and that new substance doesn't show the property of their constituents. In this chapter, we have learned about the chemical reaction and equation. The first question is arise from here, and that is, what is chemical reaction? Now we are talking about the chemical reaction. A chemical reaction is a process in which two or more than two substances interact with each other and form another substance. I write here A and B. These are the reactants, and the C and D are the newly formed substance during the chemical reaction. You can see that A and B are the reactant and C and D are the product which formed during the chemical reaction. Now we are talking about the what are the reactant. Reactant are the initial, or you can say that original substance which undergo change during the process of chemical reaction, and the product are the newly formed substance during the chemical reaction. Now we take one example here, and that is, we have zinc in solid state. If we pour some H2SO4 in it in dilute state, then we get zinc sulfate, ZnSO4 in aqueous, and hydrogen gas will be evolved here. Zinc and H2SO4 sulfuric acid both are reactant, and the zinc sulfate and hydrogen are the product here. We can say that Zn, it means A, and H2SO4 mean B, and zinc sulfate C, and hydrogen will be D here. So this is the one example of chemical reaction. Now we are talking about the change which occur during the chemical reaction. Changes. The first change is change in color. In some chemical reaction, color of the reactant will be changed in some reaction. Not in all the reaction, but in some reaction. You can see that we have lead tetraoxide, which is in solid state and red in color. If we give heat to it, then it convert into lead oxide, and oxygen gas will be released here. It is an also solid state, and oxygen is in the gaseous state of matter. Lead oxide is in yellow. We get lead oxide which is in yellow color. It means you can say that lead tetraoxide is converted into lead monoxide, and color also change here, red into yellow. Now we are talking about we have discussed about the second change, and that is change in state. We have ammonia, NH3, and another gas, HCl. Both are in gaseous state of matter. If they react to each other, then ammonium chloride will be formed here. Ammonia is in gaseous state of matter. HCl is also in gaseous state of matter, but we get ammonium chloride, and that is solid state of matter. So we can say that in some chemical reaction, state of matter will be changed. Gaseous convert into solid state of matter. Now we are talking about the third change, and that is change in temperature. Change in temperature during the chemical reaction. In some chemical reaction, change in temperature also occurred here. For example, we have calcium oxide. If we pour some water in it, then it convert into calcium hydroxide, and a lot of heat will be released here. This evolution of heat shows that change in temperature during the process. Calcium oxide, you can say that quicklime. Calcium oxide is also known as quicklime, and this is water. Calcium hydroxide is an aqueous state of matter. It shows change in temperature during the process of chemical reaction. Now we are talking about the fourth change which is occurred during the chemical reaction, and that change is known as evolution of gas. Evolution of gas. You can say that in some chemical reaction, gas will be evolved here. For example, number 4, evolution of gas during the chemical reaction. For example, we have iron sulfide. If we pour some sulfuric acid in it, then we get iron, or you can say that ferrous sulfate plus H2S, hydrogen sulfide gas will be released here. We take another example, that is zinc plus H2SO4, then zinc sulfate will be formed, and hydrogen gas will be released here. These are the examples of evolution of gas during the process of chemical reaction. Now we are talking about the fifth change which occurred during the chemical reaction, and that is formation of precipitate. Formation of precipitate during the chemical reaction. In this type of chemical reaction, we have one example, and that is silver nitrate and sodium chloride. If we put sodium chloride in the silver nitrate solution, then we get silver chloride, and sodium nitrate will be formed here. Silver chloride is in a form white powder, or you can say that white PPT. सिल्वर नाइट्रेट जो था हमारे सिल्वर नाइट्रेट इज इन aqueous state of matter. NaCl is also in a solid state of matter, where and sodium nitrate is in aqueous state of matter. This reaction shows formation of precipitate. White PPT is formed, silver chloride here. So in this video or in this lecture, we have learned about the physical and chemical change, what is chemical reaction, and what is a reactant, what are the product, and the change which occur during the process of chemical reaction. That's it. Thank you. Have a nice day.